So welcome back to Finnegan's Farm.
And welcome back to the YouTube channel.
We're up here in the Phoenix Park in Dublin there. We're at a show called Bloom.
For anyone who doesn't know what Bloom is, it's Ireland's biggest outdoor, it's a horticultural event where you have lots of gardens, but not alone that this year. You see we've lots of prize-winning gardens. There's also a lot of other activities going on here. We have a lot of food tents there where you can come in, taste the food. We have drink tents, you can go in and have a few beers as well there, taste the beers, taste the gins, have the few bits and pieces as you go around. Loads of food on offer there. Great day out there, great weekend. It started there last Wednesday and it continues on till the Monday there. So
so we'll be here till Monday if you want to call in and have a chat. We have our own stall set up there. We're doing our food tastings and we also have a few products there we're selling as well. So there's plenty to do. It's a good day out.
Yeah,
the weather's good.
Yeah, it's a great day out there, even for families, kids, young people, old people there, get out and about. It's a showcase of what Ireland is all about, and it's here in Bloom this weekend.
Yeah, in the Phoenix Park in Dublin.
And also, it is World Potato Congress Week as well, so that's a very big special event that's taking place. It was in the RDS there the last couple of days, and it's in Country Crest over the next 2 days there. So yeah, it's a big achievement for Ireland even to host something like that. It's just to make the potato so much aware. It's such a staple in Irish diets there. So Hogan, Johnny and his team are responsible for all these potatoes growing here, all the lovely vegetables and all the different fruits there. We're just going to talk a little bit about potatoes today, Johnny,
okay,
that's what we're into.
Okay.
Most popular varieties here?
Most popular variety in Ireland, 64% of all the potatoes we sell over the whole year round is Rooster. Rooster has a tremendous variety, bred in Oak Park by Harry Keogh a number of years ago, and has become the Irish favourite.
Okay.
It's a very versatile potato insofar as it can be cooked in so many different fashions, and people just like it. And I suppose also, Paul, they're easily able to identify with it because it's very distinct colour. And red. People like its smoothness and how it easy is to peel. And as I said, versatile, boil, cook, chip, roast, just a great potato, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then after that, then we have other varieties. British Queens will become very important now in another few weeks' time as a secondary variety.
Yeah, we see some of them here growing, some of them are growing away though.
Some of them, and people will start to have those now in another 3 weeks. There should be some British Queens starting to come from Wexford, and then you'll have them yourselves.
Yes.
Loads of other people. And then when the British Queen normally finishes for most people maybe the end of August, early September, we go on to some of the other main crop varieties like Kerrs Pink and Records. Records more west of Ireland. Kerrs Pinks can vary around the country. Then we have new varieties like Marquise, which is a one we're growing now for chipping in Ireland, and it seems to be doing quite well. It's relatively new. And then you have the old-fashioned variety Golden Wonders, which people like later on in the season. So we have an array of Irish potatoes and many more varieties, organic varieties like Setanta, Alouette, Orla. Then you've got all the baby potatoes, an abundance of baby salad potatoes. So I suppose when I go around to all the retailers now and I look at all the variation of different varieties that we have, sometimes I count 23 or 24 different Irish varieties of potatoes. And I suppose I beg the question of why we need to import some potatoes when we have such a massive array of quality Irish that suits everybody's cuisine.
Yeah, well, there seems to be the chipping varieties certainly are ones that maybe there is a little bit of scope, we'll say, for growers to grow and develop.
Yes. And I believe at the moment that there's a big initiative going on at the moment, being part funded by the state, with one or two people in trying to get some very good Irish potatoes onto chips. So we have a huge import of chipped potatoes from other countries in Europe, and we're able to grow good quality potatoes, but we need a suitable variety that works well with the aisles and looks the right colour and everything else. So but it's coming.
Okay. Listen, it's great to have Johnny on board. He's absolutely a world of information here, and we could talk all day. But when you look around Bloom here, and especially you look at all the potato varieties, you know, I mean, it's a staple of every Irish consumer here, so just keep eating them spuds, guys.
Keep eating Irish potatoes, local Irish potatoes.
Thanks, Johnny. So we're down here at the Bloom farmyard, and we have Eilish from Agri Aware just to give us a little insight what's going on in Agri Aware, just to explain to the people what's going on here today.
Yeah, Paul, so I suppose we're here today with our big red shed, or our big green shed this year.
Yeah.
And we're showcasing food production. So we have a number of animals. We have a dairy cow here, we have some beef cattle behind us, and we have sheep as well. And we've lots of activity going on in the shed. We have milking demos, shearing demos, and we also have school tours as part of our Incredible Edibles horticulture program as well.
Yeah, I see a big interest there. When any of the events is happening there, the sheep shearing or the cow making, there's a big crowd, always people kind of inquisitive and want to know. Do you find that more, that
Absolutely.
young people are?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose Bloom is, you know, very Dublin central, and, you know, we know part of Agri Aware's ethos is to bridge that gap and the disconnect between urban and rural people, and really just showing them where food comes from and how it's produced, you know.
Yeah. Well, look, that's really important, and I suppose that's the idea of being here today, as is all the other producers. You see them all around here kind of showcasing what they have to offer to the consumer as well. So it's really important, and you do a super job in trying to heighten the awareness too of that kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose it's so important now, where food comes from, and supporting Irish, supporting local. Yeah. You know,
it's food security again is a big talking point as well, isn't it? Food security to be kind of.
Absolutely, yeah. I suppose we're very good at what we do in Ireland, and we like to showcase the many farmers and different sectors and how we do it. So that's what we're all about.
Look, it's great of Eilish to come along here.
Thanks very much.
Give us a quick interview there. No, it's not easy in front of the camera, so it's not.
No.
Thank you. So today we've Eoin from Meath Farm Machinery. He's after coming in to the yard with a Kramer, a KT356. Now, we would have seen one of these before. We did get a demonstration of the pivot steer one, but we have the telescopic version in today. So he's going to give us a quick run through the different features on the machine, and then we're going to have a little demonstration ourselves, and then we're going to probably do a little bit of a preview on it then at some stage. So first of all, it's a little bit higher to me. I'm have to get into the cab. Will you explain that? Is that
first thing that you notice now getting in from your own teleporters, the cab itself is actually sitting on spacer blocks. So we bring them all in with what's called a high cab option. So the old story with telehandlers, people complaining about can't see the right hand side of the machine.
But you can see on this machine.
You can see it. So Kramer brought out an option a year and a half ago, and you can actually bring them in with the cab jacked up. So it does make a good difference there now inside in the cab, and it leaves that cab just a little bit taller from a seating position. So and also on the newer frame one, we have a cut out in the floor. So traditionally there was always just a straight bar there, and lads would be complaining of catching the knees or catching the shins, so the actual cut out with a cup holder actually just cuts in. So it's simple, small things like that. It's in its raw state, it's not shiny and cleaned and valid.
We're actually weren't going to take it in there.
I know,
it was too dirty.
We were trying to convince them to put in the power washer before the video, but they wanted it in the raw state.
So yeah, look, it's a very machine, a little bit of a different drive compared to your power shift models, but I suppose we see a lot of a sway towards these kind of machines now, the Varios.
Yeah, and it's a different setup in the transmission. They have much higher torque down low. The machines don't rev out half as hard. There's an inching pedal built into the brake pedal, so it just holds the drive line into one position and then sends full flow to the boom. Older machines, you were sitting on the brake pedal and revving them very hard and burning out brakes and putting a lot of premature wear on brakes. So Kramer having hydrostatic driveline across the range for over 25 years, from the small machines right up to our largest load and shovel type machines that are telescopic. Other manufacturers have started in the game of bringing in hydrostatic transmissions, but Kramer have stayed with it, and they're German built from front to back.
Okay, and the 336, that's obviously
356, so 356. I'll leave you in there for a second.
Yeah, okay.
So Kramer, the main manufacturer, KT, Kramer, Teleporter, and 356, 3.5 ton lift, 6 metre machine. So it's kind of our mid-frame machine. You know, we've customers there that want to keep a short wheelbase as opposed to going to a 7 metre machine, which is that little bit longer.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's fairly basic. Well, not basic, I should say, but all the functions are simple. They're well identified.
All your functions.
They're colour coded here. The green and the red is.
So all your Kramers are colour coded. So your red buttons are for safety. Your green then are for hydraulic functions, whether it be smart handling with the boom, overload protection, soft ride, and then all our grey functions are, say, ergonomic buttons. So between lights, air conditioning, and it's all in one instrument panel.
Yeah, and then we'll say on the screen here, what functions do you have here? I do see a scroller button, so obviously we have a different...
So on your F1 button you have all just your basic, say, live terminals, litres per hour, time, hours in the machine. It does an automatic countdown for a service. F2, what you're actually doing is you're controlling the hydraulic speed of the machine. So at the minute it's in full flow. If you put a man cage or something in the front of this or doing delicate work, you can turn that right down. It doesn't affect how fast the machine drives, but it does slow down all the external hydraulics. And then your
F3.
last and F3, then what you're doing is you're actually controlling your flow to your third service at the front to use your box rollover.
Just press the button here.
Press the button then, and then just turn your scroll.
Yeah.
Your hazard lights are on there. So yeah, and then you have constant third service then in the middle if you had a road sweeper on it. For constant pumping, and then your bottom then is your hydraulic flow for tipping the trailer
behind.
So it's fully rated to over 18.5 ton to tow, full ag spec, so heavy duty rear hitch. It has hydraulic trailer braking, 7-pin lights. It has the full lighting package as standard. This machine is all on LEDs. It's in the high cab option, and it's on our widest ag tyre. Now some people like a bib load tyre, but it depends on whether you want the ag tyre or the bib load tyre.
So then we just have then your 2-wheel, 4-wheel crab steer, and that's on the blue button here.
Yeah, and you actually have a 4th steering mode now on the Kramer too. So what you can actually do, you can actually angle your back axle, you can lock it, and then you can steer on the front.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a more finer for cleaning out sheds and stuff, as opposed to just crab steering along. You can actually just set your angle on your back axle, and it's actually a nice feature.
Front then, we'd say moving on then to control here on the joystick we have.
Yeah,
obviously
so
lift up and down, tilt back and forward.
Yeah, your forward and reverse is there where your thumb is in the orange, forward and back.
That's forward.
The right hand one is doing your boom in and out. The equivalent scroll on the back on your first finger is actually doing your third function.
Okay, yeah, I can feel it there, yeah.
And then along the top then we have the snail and the hare. So you have a 3-speed range in this. You have 0 to 20, 0 to 30, 0 to 40, but the torque band in the transmission is exactly the same. So it doesn't matter if you're in the hare and you still want to go load and stone, it'll still have the same power in the transmission. It's not like driving a car into a load of stone in 5th gear. It'll still be just as powerful.
And and then the speed on that, we'll say for road speed then?
She'll do 40k. 30k around the yard, and then back axle must be locked in to do 40k, just a standard law at the moment. Your right hand side then with your 2 green buttons then, that's for your trailer hitch and then for your dumping. And you have a reverse fan then to your right hand side as well. All your light control, same again, colour coded to grey, like on the front instrument, beacons, wipers, all kind of ergonomic buttons. So it's straightforward, simple, mechanical handbrake. This machine doesn't have an auto greaser fitted, but they have standard grease banks fitted around them, and we bring them in with a what's called a lube prep line through the boom. So if you have a customer and they say, right, I want to put an auto greaser on it after, we can actually just fit the auto greaser, and they already have the line pre-wired up through it, so it's very easy to get it piped up.
So it's hitch.
From a setup point of view, you have a visual there for your hydraulic tank. That cap is locked all the time. All the back main lift and compensating ram is all reinforced. Doesn't matter whether you buy a small baby telehandler or the big 559, it's all reinforced there in the main pin. You have grease bank there, main hitch setup. You have a reversing camera. You can turn that camera down as well for putting on your hitch. You can also have a mirror as well.
So from an engine point of view?
Dites engine, 136 horsepower in this machine. Now some of the smaller loaders we use Kohler engines, but from the main teleporters up, they're all Dites engines. Massive coolant pack. You have an eye visual there for coolant, I suppose. It's just simple things like that for checking morning checks. All your radiators move forward. One thing about a Kramer, it's fully sealed underneath. Same again with the drive line underneath, prop shafts where the brakes are. There's no need to get underneath them and grease them, and you have a fully reinforced steel plate underneath that to protect the engine. So it draws in the cool air and transfers straight through the engine and brings it out, so there's no issue of drawing up dirty dust from underneath or vice versa, blowing it down from the bottom. Easy access for filters, filler point, dipsticks, and reversing fan as shown inside in the video. So, and all reinforced on the front plate. So, you know, it's simple things like that. Full lighting package, as I said before. Something simple. From a service point of view, if our lads have an issue with the machine, or if there was a problem with the machine, the lads can just plug on the test ports there straight away, and they can identify where an issue is on the machine faster than running around for hours trying to diagnose this, that and the other. All your test ports is there, all the machines standard
Standard headstock.
Standard Kramer headstock. So Kramer's own headstock has the highest tear foot tear out force. You know, you have multiple options. You have Volvo, you have GCB, you have Manitou, you have Pin and Cone, and Kramer make their own head. So that's a large platform headstock, and then you have a depress button there for your third service, so the machine can stay running, or the ignition can be on. Just press and hold it for 2 seconds. You'll dump your pressure on your pipes. There's no turning on and turning off. So
now we just need to do a bit of work on it, isn't it?
Make it happen.
Yeah, so we're going to get Cathal actually. Cathal is probably the man. The cameraman here is going to...
Yeah, we're going to make him look good this time.
Make him look good anyway. So yeah, he's going to have a run around. Again, a lot of great features coming on these, as there is with all telehandlers now.
Yeah.
You know, making life a little bit easier for the operator, and the Kramer's probably no exception either. So we're going to get out. Not a whole lot of field work to be doing.
No,
this time
you'll find a few bits.
But we will find a few bits. We have a paddle fork, we have a bucket way out there. So Colin will just get into it there.
Make it happen.
Off it goes. All right.
Thanks, lads.
Thanks, Owen.
So, no offence, Owen, but that's enough talking done. We're going to do a challenge here now, me versus Eamon, see who will win. We're going to move spud boxes, do a time trial on it, and see who can do it quicker. So basically what's going to happen is Eamon's going to have to lift these 2 boxes here singly and drop them over onto these 2 boxes. So then that'll make a stack of 4, and then he's to bring them back 2 high and drop them back here. So Eamo, best of luck.
3, 2, 1, go!
That dog. There's another. That was a fairly impressive run. It's my time to be 1 minute 40 something. Come on, here we go. Good start. We got 146, so let's try to beat that. Not great, that box. Straight enough from the way. It's actually a bit of pressure on here now. He is that bit younger, and I really have no reason why I shouldn't beat him. But he'll say I have more experience, but I don't have much more experience on him now than this on this show. How are we looking, Alex? Alex is looking over, he's not saying much. Go on. No. I still think though, if I get this up, I could potentially win. It doesn't look pretty, but it might just win it for me. Stop it, stop it! I think this is gonna come down to a bit of quality over.
143.
143, okay. So Eamo got 146.
Yeah, but like
I got 143.
stay them.
Is it a 2 second or a 5 second?
That's
If
a
it's
5-second penalty. That
Why?
means I win.
We should have stacked.
We should have.
But they're stacked, so
Eamon.
like it was just to stack the box. It wasn't actually to do with.
There's not about enough stack. Yeah, but time trialing is like you have penalties on time trialing.
Yeah.
But none of them fell.
None of them fell. Yeah, that's only if they fell.
But sure, that's a hazard. Like I don't even want to stand there.
It's not a hazard.
That's a hazard and a half.
That wouldn't fall. If hurricane, I don't know who came, that would not fall. Not a chance.
You know, think fucking draw like.
Draw.
So he said,
No, there's no crack in the draw. There's no crack in the draw. Alex, I'm going to give this to you. You have the final say here. Are you going to lick Eamon's bum and give him the win, or are you going to be sound and just say, yeah, fair enough, Cathal bet him the time?
I think Eamon has not won it.
Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. You can decide. Alex thinks I won. I think I won. Eamon thinks he won. But anyway, Kramer's a good joke, and we have a few points here we're going to talk about now. 3 things that you either like or dislike about the Kramer. 3 features.
Well, I like the vision.
Yeah.
Heights you do.
You're on the blocks, yeah, you're up high.
What else did I like?
This here.
Oh yeah, this yoke. To release the, just a little flick there. You don't have to be going there trying to
push a button.
Push
Them
the button.
buttons can be hard to push, especially when we were younger. They were the nightmare. And then one feature we both can agree we don't like as well.
We literally just both said to each other, like, didn't even talk about it.
Just forward back here. Now I have to say the Manitou is good because you have your finger pushing the forward and back here, but you have your boom here on your thumb. Because if you're going forward and back, you can't do both. You have to go forward, then use your boom.
Yeah, if you want to keep using your boom while moving from forward to reverse, you have to let go of the boom.
Yeah. But other than that, now that's all we drove today. We didn't drive it before that race there. But no, it's a good job.
Yeah.
I would like to see one of these on the farm, but unfortunately we don't have the checkbook.
No, it's not in our hands.
So thanks to Meath Farm and the boys for dropping out the Kramer. Could end up buying it, we wouldn't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah, might go back.
No, might go back, but time will tell. Thanks
So
again.
that's it now from everyone there at Finnegan's Farm. As you can see here, it's not RTE, but if you want to come and you're coming to Bloom this weekend, don't forget to go to the Finnegan stand there, have a look around. Absolutely a great weekend there for young, old, everyone alike. They'll enjoy the day, the weather's fab, so come on down to Bloom. And don't forget, call it a Finnegan's. We'll see you soon.